So Nintendo had their showcase yesterday of their Nintendo Direct, you know, and this was the best show I have seen from them in years. Honestly, I don't think, not since the E3 2019 show, and I'm honestly like tossing and turning which one was better, but seriously, past 2 years, this has been like the best Nintendo show that they have had, and it really was a showcase of a lot of things that are even gonna come out over the next like 40 days. Like there's a lot of stuff that Nintendo unpacked here for October, and they even built into 2022. The whole thing about like, we're gonna focus on winter stuff. I don't believe Nintendo anymore, man, because that's just not what happened in this show. They lined up a lot of stuff for 2022, and then just kind of a crap ton for literally just next month. So we're gonna go over a good deal of it here. We're not gonna like recap everything. I'll try to leave a list of that in the description if I remember to. But just want to talk about some highlights with you, some general thoughts. You know, Smash should have been in this? What was the like highest peaks of it? Let's talk about it. I'm Samurai Kibiji. I'd like to talk general games with you, build up game hype, and if you want to follow that hype train and have another YouTuber to listen to rambles, then feel free to subscribe to the channel if you've been here before and enjoyed the content. So this show, the thing that I really appreciate about it was how there just was not Port City in this. That to me has been the biggest issue I have had with Nintendo Directs the past couple years, really, is that there's just ports. Here's this game coming to Switch, here's this game. And I'm like, I want to see the first party stuff. It's kind of like the PlayStation show. I want to see the first party stuff or just new stuff. Like even if it's something new coming to the Switch, you know, that's sequential launch, sure. But this show didn't have that, man. There was a few, you know, partner things like Dying Light, for instance. Dying Light was pretty shocking that we're gonna get that coming to Switch in the Cloud Edition, of course, just like, you know, Hitman 3 did. And there was like Disco Elysium and so a partner thing with Voice of Cards or something like that. But very sparing on the partnership stuff, honestly. And even the partners that were coming to the show, they were new games coming out. And that's something I really appreciate. Like Deltarune Chapter 2 is just coming to Switch. It was a shadow drop. Hey, it's available today, so there you go. I just really appreciate about that with the show, because there's a lot of first party stuff that is definitely the highlight to me that I want to talk about. I want your feedback on this one, because the earliest first party thing in the show was Mario Party Superstars, the game that, you know, is kind of having reduxes of classic boards and games from old Mario games. I don't know whether to get this or the previous Switch Mario Party, because I don't know, this one might have better boards. I still wish it was a $20 expansion, but I like motion control stuff. I do like motion control stuff, especially for party games, but I don't know. Let me know this or that situation in the comments. But in terms of expansions, there's actually a good deal of expansions, like the Age of Calamity one. You're gonna be getting that in October as well as the Super Mario Party game I just mentioned. The Age of Calamity thing I don't have too much to say about because I don't play it, but I don't know, just more of that game if you want it. And the same goes for Animal Crossing. That's not happening in October per se. They're gonna get a big content update. At least they're making it seem like it's a big content update, because they're gonna have an entire direct about it in October, and it's gonna be free, which is really cool to see. And then a shadow drop that day is, hey, for those that play Super Mario Golf Rush, 2 new characters and 2 new maps today. There you go. It's literally today, so have fun with that, and it's also free. But to pack even more in this, like even more into the October time and just first party stuff, Smash. Let's get this out of the way. Smash Bros was not at this event. However, there was a reveal for the reveal. We did get, you know, a Sakurai Presents, as I was thinking there would be the 2 options, and originally this is what I thought they should do, but now I really think that the Smash character should have been in this show. Smash characters, they always overshadow Nintendo Directs. But that's just because the past 2 years, they haven't been that good Directs, you know? But this was finally one that was fire. This thing, we got Splatoon 3, we got Bayonetta 3, we got a Kirby 3D game. We need to talk about the Kirby 3D game. This is not just a new Kirby game, this is a 3D adventure Kirby game. And in my reaction, I questioned, I'm like, has there ever been one of those before? Or like, what was the last one? And then people are clarifying to me, no, there's never been a 3D Kirby game. Like, so that's really cool to see Kirby finally get his own 3D adventure. I did want it to be Donkey Kong. I really did. Who knows? Maybe there is still one in the works. But, you know, Kirby just makes more sense. He maybe sells better, and he has more abilities to probably make the game more interesting for a 3D world. So, yeah, like, I'm just stoked for this. Like, honestly, this was my highlight of the whole show, and I'm super curious about it to know more. I hope it's not, like, as lifeless as it looks. I get it's post-apocalyptic, but it just didn't seem like there was much life of any kind. And I don't know, that was one of my things about Breath of the Wild. I was kind of like, at least give me some villages. Oh, hey, there they are, kind of a thing. And that's for next year. That's for 2022, the new Kirby game. But again, just filling up October. Metroid Dread, you know, just another reminder. This game is the death loop of Nintendo right now. Like, Nintendo just needs to stop marketing Metroid Dread. We get it. It's coming out. We don't want to see anymore. I'm actually sold on this. I've decided I'm going to get Metroid Dread because, well, I'll get to that towards the end of this video. Oh my god, I almost forgot. They announced an expansion to Nintendo Online. And they're saying, like, you'll be able to... This is essentially their answer to Game Pass. This is their answer to PlayStation Now. Nintendo wants to have this retro library that they've been building up of Super Nintendo, and I forgot what other systems are on it. But now they're going to add not only Nintendo 64, but for whatever reason, Sega Genesis? Like, okay, but it's going to have, you know, Ocarina of Time, Super Mario 64, and Star Fox 64. You're going to be able to play all those games, including Sega Genesis games, on this expansion to the service of Nintendo Online. Now, it wasn't disclosed how much it would be yet. They're going to go over that next month as it comes out. It's going to come out in October next month, and they intend to continuously add more games to it. And this was just another hype moment, dude, because people have wanted the 64 to come to Switch in this way, and I don't see how they go any farther, honestly. If they ever touched Game Boy Advance and GameCube, that's it. Like, that's it. Like, I don't know. It'll probably be $5 more a year. They might even be able to get away with 10 more a year. There's still so much to freaking talk about. That's when a showcase is solid to me, is when there's just so much to talk about that you can't even hit it all. Like the Super Mario movie, they announced the cast to this, and I honestly, there's a lot of big names here that I'm just having the hardest time picturing. I really am. I think the Donkey Kong and Luigi casting is perfect in my opinion. But it was just, Chris Pratt's weird as Mario. I don't know. The whole thing is just hilarious, and I need to, like, see it in action before I can say anything about it. But for now, it's just funny. But then we get a trailer for Splatoon 3, a game that I don't know if I will play, just like a lot of the games here. But Splatoon 3 looks rad. I did like the new couple things we saw, like the arm kind of grapple hook thing, and there's like a crab machine tank. Like, there's some cool stuff here, and also mammals are coming back, which is a big thing in Splatoon universe. And also, by the way, that's a game coming out in 2022, but you know what else is coming out in 2022? Bayonetta 3. After nearly 3 years of nothing on Bayo, nothing, we finally get our first look at the game, cutscene, gameplay, environment, like, finally. And yeah, it's not like the most gorgeous looking thing, but that's fine because it's something that's built for the Switch, and it still looks like a continuation of Bayo. That's totes my goats cool. And it's just, I'm happy for people with that. I am so happy for people that they finally got Bayonetta 3 after all this time. That's one of the holy trilogy: Metroid Prime 4, Bayonetta 3, Breath of the Wild 2. This year we finally got 2 out of the 3. We got Breath of the Wild 2 at E3 and Bayonetta 3 here. So Nintendo overall, they really hit hard in this showcase. If they included that Smash character in this showcase, I truly don't believe it would have been overshadowed. By the way, I totally forgot to mention this. Disney Magical World 2 gave a big middle finger to people that want Sora and Smash, dude. Everybody, like, their hearts stopped because there was this moment that, like, Mickey was holding or was around this envelope. It was overall a show that really has me, like, Nintendo's just busy, man. In October alone, you got Mario Party Superstars, Voice of Cards, Disco Elysium, Age of Calamity expansion, the final SAKURAI presents, Animal Crossing presents, Mario Super Golf, Dying Light, Metroid Dread, Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis expansion, the Castlevania collection, Deltarune Chapter 2. Like, there's so much in just the next, like, 40 days alone. And right after that, Shinigami Tensei 5. And then next year is just a lot. There's a lot to look forward to next year, and that's the goal of this show, in my opinion, is just to create this feeling. If I'm in Nintendo and have the money, then I got a lot of things to be considering. And if they included the Smash character in this to kind of add to that winter time, it would have made, to me, the best presentation Nintendo has had in ever, even since the E3 2017. That was the best show Nintendo has had, in my opinion, in like this next gen era or current gen, whatever you want to call it. But this would have been second to that show. It would have actually beat that E3 2019 show, which is saying something. But this was an awesome show. I don't know. I need to buy a Nintendo game because I've been ignoring my Nintendo too much because of Game Pass. But now I'm like, you know what? I gotta get at least 1 or 2 games a year or something. What games should I get? Let me know in the comments. And what was your highlights of this show? For me, it was Kirby. Like, Kirby was definitely a thing. That looks super cool. And it's spring 2022. But let me know what your highlights or biggest moments were and your thoughts about it in the comments. And I would love to chat with you there. Don't forget to be Geek Proud Awesome. And you could find one of my reactions or something right here. Catch you later. Bye.